walk in doubt. Never been a beg, never been a loudmouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
On a spot of land that was once desert, now stands the city of Glendale. And a building filled to the brim with fans, State Farm Stadium. Five weeks come and gone already. And we're off here in Week 6 on EA Sports. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Finds a man, right side. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Third and just 2 to go.
Hey, check that. Here we go.
They motion the tight end over. Turning to Benson on 3rd. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go now. 60 Bobcat, 60, Mustang 19. Let's go.
Throwing now from the gun. He's trying to go deep again. He's got it inside the 10. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Trey Benson, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return starts at the 9. And this return gets to the 30 before he stops. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. from the 31. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
He's got it deep downfield. All the way, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks finish off their opening drive. Kicking team on to try the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks start off well to tie things 7-7. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
And off to Benson to start the drive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Setting up a throw. He puts everything behind this one. He's got it inside the 25. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals break the tie here in the 1st. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. Now the PAT try coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. This return starts at the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. On the move, headed right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds too. Great work. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. Tackle made by the rookie from Wisconsin.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 18 on 2nd down. And that's a touchdown catch, at least for the moment. Oh, Brock, but guys are already walking backwards. You know what that means. I think this one's going to be on the offense.
Okay, break.
All right, here we go. Second down. Running it after the penalty. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He's stopped at the 17. The run nets them 9, so a little easier for them now. It's 3rd and 7.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 4th down. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And the deficit stays at 7.
You would think the kickers should be automatic from anything inside of 40 yards, but I guess that could serve as a little gentle reminder you can never take any kick for granted. So many things have to go right each time for it to be up and good.
Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They give up the gut to Benson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
And he'll get it up to the 44. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Arizona. Hauled in left side. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals football. They're looking at 2nd and pretty short. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. It's an Arizona touchdown! The Cardinals take a 13-point lead. Trey McBride, the touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Cut out left. Continuing to move past the 45. They get 22 on that one. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them, They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. They'll try and throw it here. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. SheHawks bring it out the punt team. He fields this at the 18. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Cardinals football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The give now to Benson. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
The give on 2nd to Benson. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Tight end going in motion here. Shotgun now on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Option play they give to Benson.
That is insane.
And it goes across midfield
How did you
into
get that
Seahawks
positive
territory.
yardage?
3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Hit made by Josh Uche. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
60 Bison. Let's go now.
He's dropping back to throw. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Reek Woolen with the INT. And the Seahawks take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
Let's go. Go.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And it's the same as a touchback here. This one down